All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again, man. Thank y'all so much for coming over. For a minute, I got nervous. I was like, wait, did the movie come out already? Because we're back on the Truth Is channel. The title says, the movie Him reveals the dark price to be the GOAT. And I know, I can't remember exactly when, but he already did a video talking about the movie Him. So I was confused. I had to look at it. I was like, wait, the movie ain't even out yet. All right, so he's doing another breakdown. Look, man, y'all know with all the movies dealing with Jordan Peele, there's always going to be something deeper to think about. I'm just wondering how deep are they going to go with this movie? A lot of symbolism, a lot of stuff I've seen in the trailer that came out. So we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
The movie Him is turning out to be one of the most anticipated films of the year, with many people eagerly waiting for its release in a few weeks. So far, they have released 2 trailers for the film that offer a glimpse of what the movie is going to be about, showing us this isn't going to be just another football movie. This movie is going to be dark, and it seems is going to explore some of the realities of the price of fame that most are unaware of. While this is just a movie, don't disregard it as just fiction. Those behind this film were clearly inspired by what's going on behind the scenes. Hollywood often hides the truth in plain sight, and this is what this movie is doing, offering the audience a look at the real price of being the GOAT in the NFL. This movie is full of symbolism and metaphors that in today's episode I will break down. And by the end of this video, you will see that Him isn't just a movie, but a Hollywood confession. Ooh. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be talking about the Him movie. But before we begin, I just wanted to let my Patreon members know, I just released a new Patreon exclusive. This video is about the current cover-up of the missing 100 kids in Virginia. If you're one of my members, you won't—
Yo, that's another thing. You see, he's saying he had to put it on Patreon. He can't even put it on the platform because, like I said, when you get to trying to talk about stuff in detail, videos get taken down. A lot of people don't know that, man. People who just watch the videos, y'all don't know what goes behind, like the editing and stuff. You have to be careful. And it's crazy too, because news platforms, they got the green light. They can talk about the stuff, but if you want to go and react to what the news is saying, it's different. I'm telling y'all. The videos end up getting age restricted, which means that once they get age restricted, it's like they get out of the algorithm, then nobody's really able to see it. You know, that's why the views be so low when you want to talk about topics like this or react to it.
Want to miss this video. If you're not a member, what are you waiting for? Join the truth movement and help me spread the truth. For $3 a month, not only will you be further supporting the channel, but you will also get access to over 50 exclusive Patreon videos that are not available here on YouTube. If you would like to join, you can find the link in the description and in the comment section. I want to thank you all. Now, let's get right into it. Last month, I made a video about the sinister inspiration behind 3 movies. In this video, we spoke about the sinister inspiration behind the new Fantastic Four movie, the Superman movie, and I also spoke about the new trailer for the movie Him. Him is the new movie coming from Jordan Peele's production company, Monkey Paw. Like many of his films, Him is looking like a dark, twisted film with a hidden message buried underneath. Now, at the time when I released my first video, the Him movie had only released 1 trailer, but it had so much imagery in the trailer that there was so much for me to talk about. Man. Since then, they have released 2 more trailers that give us a closer look at what the movie is going to be about. Today, we will be analyzing those trailers to break down exactly what this movie is trying to tell us. But before we get into those new trailers, first, let me give you a quick breakdown of what the movie is going to be about for those who haven't seen my last video. From what we can see in the trailer of this movie, Him appears to be a film about a rising football player who is in the process of being drafted by the NFL. He gets introduced to his idol, a former NFL star turned coach who was once seen as the GOAT in the league. This former player is tasked with prepping the new player for the league. While the protagonist appears to be excited that his NFL dreams are finally becoming a reality, it doesn't take long for him to notice that his dreams might actually be closer to a nightmare. While everything seems to start off normal at the beginning, the more the protagonist gets closer to living out his dreams, the more he starts to notice there might be a dark price he must pay to make it. He starts noticing that something sinister is taking place when he attends a strange practice. While at first, the practice appears like any other football practice, out of nowhere, things start to take a disturbing turn. When the coach starts ordering the athletes to hurt themselves purposely, with the coach instructing the violence with a sinister grin. After this, things only seem to get darker and darker, with the player realizing that if he wants to be a star, he's gonna have to be willing to sacrifice everything and do things he's not morally comfortable with. They literally flash the words, "Greatness demands sacrifice" in the
morally comfortable with. And I believe that goes for all industries, all of them.
Trailer, telling us that in order to become the GOAT, it requires sacrifice. The trailer clearly plays off the trope that star athletes have to sell their souls to make it to the top. They have to align themselves with the devil. There is literally a scene where we see a demon man with horns on his head approaching the protagonist before attacking him. Now, I have to admit, the first trailer is full of imagery that I missed the first time I covered this. For example, there's a scene that appears to be a secret society meeting, performing some sort of ritual. We can see a group of men wearing masks that look like they're supposed to represent the elite who own the league. They then show the protagonist holding the devil horn mask. There is even a scene in the trailer that shows him killing off his old self in order to be reborn as the GOAT he wants to be. There's another scene where we find obvious occult imagery implying that the lead character might be forced to join some demonic cult to be able to make it to the top. In another scene, they seem to show the protagonist in the middle of a pentagram. Again,
I'm trying to figure out what this title means. Like letter for letter. Because a lot of people were saying, like with the movie Us, it was saying like us as in US, like United States. You know, I'm wondering, because there's no dot in between. I'm just wondering what the H stand for, what the I stand for, what the M stand for. I think that will be revealed. Or is this something backwards? That's where my mind is going.
Indicating that he is being introduced to dark rituals. While the pentagram is an obvious occult symbol, I also notice more complex occult symbols that many people wouldn't know about. Like this symbol here they show on the top of the building. The symbol seems to be a triangle inside of a circle with a square inside of the triangle. This symbol is placed on the building and shown for a brief second in the trailer. Believe it or not, this is the most important symbol they showed, as it tells us the truth about this movie. This is a symbol in alchemy that represents the great work. In alchemy, the great work represents when a person goes from blind to enlightened, when they succeed in transcending and becoming a literal god. In the movie, they're using this symbol as a metaphor for being the GOAT in football. The great work indicates the GOAT. The symbol is literally identical because it is the same symbol. It's the symbol of the great work, showing how deeply this movie is based on the occult. They place real occult symbols in the movie. Now, just like we're being shown in the movie, in order to achieve the great work, one must go through a set of rituals. This is what the movie is openly showing us. How these upcoming athletes are groomed and introduced to the occult, forced to sell out if they want to become the GOAT. While there's a lot of players in the league, very few become superstars. This movie is showing us why. Because there's a very costly price to be the superstar. This trailer showed us the new athlete getting drafted and being introduced to his idol. His idol then grooms him and shows him what he needs to do to make it big. Then the athlete does the rituals, sells his soul, and becomes the GOAT. This is what this movie is showing us. This is also what Jordan Peele and the others behind this movie let us know as well in the new trailer. In this trailer, which is called First Look, Jordan Peele tells us more about the movie and admits that the him they are referring to represents the GOAT.
This film is about the relationship between a student and his hero. Him means the GOAT.
The greatest of all time. Legend, man.
The one person who deserves respect among all others.
In the trailer, Jordan, Marlon, and the lead actor all say at the same time, to be the greatest, what are you willing to sacrifice?
And this film begs the question,
To be a star, what are you willing to sacrifice?
Confirming that in order to be the GOAT, to complete the great work, you have to be willing to make a great sacrifice. You must sacrifice your soul. In this trailer, Marlon out of his own mouth admits that when you find success, the devil comes with it, admitting that in order to become the GOAT, you gotta be willing to dance with the devil.
When you find success, the devil comes with it. The price for greatness.
What are you willing to sacrifice?
In the day, you gotta ask yourself, is it worth it?
And you all know what the devil wants when he comes for you. In this trailer, Marlon also admits that there's a price for greatness right before they show the symbol of the great work again.
Sheesh.
Marlon again reveals this in the last trailer they released for the movie as well, where he literally says he is trying to teach the protagonist that you need to make sacrifices in order to become the GOAT, confirming what I said earlier in this video.
Isaiah is trying to teach Cam, you need to make these sacrifices to be the GOAT. Price for greatness.
If you want to be the GOAT,
You have to take it from me.
Marlon Wayne's character is grooming the protagonist, introducing him to the world of the occult. In this trailer, they also show the protagonist sitting on an altar that is located on top of the alchemical symbol of the great work, again indicating this movie is deeply involved in the occult. Like I said in my last video, I believe this movie is
That, again, I think I talked about it last time, but that shot right there with the cheerleaders with no faces, boy, they really be literally putting it out there, you know. It's like, it seems so crazy. I'm just like, do I want to go to the theater and actually see this, or do I want to wait to watch it at home? Man.
showing the world an inside look at the price of greatness in the NFL. Many people refuse to believe me when I show the evidence that the NFL is deeply connected to the occult. It takes way more than just talent to become the GOAT. This is what this movie is telling us. Just like everything else of this world, at the very top of that mountain, the devil is waiting for you to make a deal so he can offer you the world for the price of your soul. Something I found interesting is that if we look at the symbolism behind Marlon Wayne's character, especially in this shot here where he is shown wearing all his Super Bowl rings, it reminds me of the photo of Tom Brady showing off all his rings. Tom Brady is considered one of the GOATs, if not the GOAT. Just like in the movie, he admits he was involved in the occult for success. I have shown this video multiple times of Tom Brady admitting his ex-wife was a witch who did witchcraft to help him win his games.
Any special thing you carried into the game on Sunday that you had tucked away somewhere?
I did. I always, I've learned a lot from my wife over the years. She's so about the power of intention, and believing things that are really going to happen. And she always makes a little altar for me at the game because she just wills it so much. And so she put together a little altar for me that I could bring with pictures of my kids. And I have these little special stones, healing stones and protection stones. And she has me wear a necklace and take these drops she makes. And I say all these mantras. And I stopped questioning her a long time ago. I did. I just shut up and listened. And at first I was like, this is kind of crazy. And then about 4 years ago, we were playing the Seahawks. And she said, you better listen to me. This is your year, but this is all the things you're going to have to do to win. I did all those things. And by God, it worked pretty good. And then in 2015, it was about early January, and she said, you know how much I love you? And I said, yeah. She said, I just want to let you know this is not going to be your year. And of course we lost. I said, 16 look like? And she said, 16 is going to be your year. So it was early January this year, and I said, babe, I asking, do we have a chance? He said, yeah, but you're going to have to do a lot of work, and you're really going to have to listen to me. So, man, I listened to her. And right after the game, she said, see, I did a lot of work. You do your work, I do mine. She said, you're lucky you married a witch. I'm a good witch.
In this Him movie trailer, it appears a woman is who's approaching the protagonist and telling him about the occult rituals he has to do to make it. I believe Tom Brady might have played as an influence for Marlon Wayne's character. Marlon Wayans is clearly supposed to represent Tom Brady. This movie is Hollywood telling us the truth in plain sight, how the devil comes for you if you want to be a god, because that's what the devil truly is. Man's ambitious desire to be greater than everyone else, to be more important than all the rest, to be worshipped, and for everyone to see them as a god. This is what the GOAT represents. This is what Lucifer promises. It's amazing how Hollywood reveals the truth like this so openly. They do this because they know most people are just gonna watch it like a movie, not
Right.
realizing it's a confession.
Right.
Those behind these movies are heavily involved in the occult. It's the reason they are utilizing the occult symbols right in the open. They know what these symbols mean because they're involved in all of it. One thing that this movie does do good is show you that when the devil wants to dance, you better tell him no. I want to know if you guys are planning to watch this movie. Also, let me know if you want me to watch it and break it down when it comes out. If you guys want me to break it down, let me know in the comments. Well, that's it for this video.
I love watching breakdowns because, like, when I watch a movie, of course I'm watching it to enjoy it, but I'm also watching it to you know, try to see how much stuff I can catch, especially when it's dealing with a Jordan Peele movie, because it's so much hidden stuff, man. But even though this is my second time watching a video on this, it's gonna be a lot more. A lot. Like, if you guys are gonna watch this movie, immediately when you get home after, go and watch is it heavy spoilers? It'll be like, or you come back to him, to Truth Is channel, depending on when, if he's going to do a breakdown, but watch things you might have missed from the Him movie, and you going to be like, whoa. The original video that I just watched will be in the description for you guys to check out more and even subscribe. But man, this one might be, I'm just trying to think between Us, Nope, Get Out, where is this going to be at? As far as, is this going to be the most? Because this just seemed like a lot, like put right in your face. So, yeah. All right. Peace out.